So I want to show off there. That's a different micro walk example. As you saw, the bar went back. And I want to show off just how fast the damage buffer kicks in. Because you saw that did 380, 3840. And so that was a rush fierce to walk forward micro walk, then a back fierce. And then I'm going to compare that with so that does 3753. So both of those are micro walks. And that's just an example of showing how fast the damage buffer kicks in. So actually, Rush Fierce, Micro Walk Forward, Back Fierce does more than that. That's how fast the damage buffer kicks in. Even though I'm doing two mediums, which is 600, I think. So 600, 1200 versus 800. You would think that, man, the damage buffer should not be kicking in that fast. But even that is so extreme that in a situation like that, just Micro Walk Back Fierce does more damage. If you have a charged thing, you could do the roundhouse there, but even that, look, that's what, 13 points more damage? I don't know, just more proof how quick the damage buffer kicks in and, how much, how little a lot of this charge shit actually does. I pressed the wrong button. I mean, even that 3845, dude, that's pretty bad. I mean, of course, if you're standing, I guess get like what, not 50 points of damage because you would do that, but I guess if you're thinking that technically you walk forward, you can technically, again, if you're in that very specific part of your drive gauge that, again, if we're using the same comparison, the same meter, if you're using that exact same comparison, then technically you could do an EX Hurricane Kick, which does, I think, like 400. So it does like, what, 100 points more? But again, just showing off like, man, the damage buffer in this game is so extreme, dude. We're talking like 100 points more. And then sometimes, even though you're doing something bigger, you're doing less damage. I don't know. Alright, let's do a few different drive rush comparisons for damage with micro walk and not micro walk. And the guy's going to be ducking here because, even if they're ducking, normally roundhouse will miss, but stand fierce, if we're assuming you're doing this in neutral, that makes them standing to hit them anyway. So that's why I'm going to put that in this. Anyway, so here's this. 2791. 2853, and that's a micro walk too. And I'm putting in the micro walk things because you gain a little bit more meters, so to potentially do something if you were trying to do more damage or not going burnout, whatever. 2935. That's what the micro walk without. Technically, you have something like this though, So I mean, I cancel that pretty slow, dude. You know what I mean? And that takes the same drive meter, I guess, unless you count the micro walking. That would be under the assumption that I guess that you can't unfortunately set the meter to 3 bars, but, to actually show that you don't go into the burnout. But that doesn't seem that worth it in that situation over the other example. And so then that's an example of the damage buffer kicks in really fast in this game. So then that simple thing actually would do more. And that micro walk is easier than the other one. Again, unfortunately, I can't set the meter to show that. You just have to look at the top and see that there's a little bit more. But in that theoretical situation where I guess if you only just had, 3 bars left or whatever it is,